So hello everyone and welcome back to the greenhouse. I thought what I'd do is, I know recently I put up a video where I showed you the construction of my greenhouse grow room. I thought I'd do a quick little tour of it, so to speak, as I've had a little bit of extra stuff added and I've not really explained some of the devices that I've got and shown you how I kind of control my grow room using apps and sort of smart software. So let's have a quick look at how it looks at the moment, and I'll then go through the items that I use in there to control it. So just a quick recap on where the greenhouse grow room is. As you probably remember, you come in the doors here, you've got my compost, hot bin composter on the left as you come in. And then this used to be shelving. So we used to have two lengths of wood at this top level, and then halfway down, which I used to put grow bag trays on and capillary matter on those. Because that side didn't get a lot of light, I decided to build this greenhouse grow room. It's given me a worktop, which I can use for, at some point, cooking sauces up and things like that, but also as like a workbench as well. And then as you come down here, it's boarded off at the front, and we've got two doors. Now what I do need to add to these is a little handle just to make it easier to open these, because at the moment I kind of have to slide my finger in. But let's open it up and have a look and see what's inside. So I'll open both sides up. As you can see, there's the reflective covering on these, and inside we've got reflective covering all around as well. We've got two lights in here at the moment. So we've got this first one here, which I've put up today. It's the Spider Farmer SF1000, which I won in a raffle from Joe Mill's Digging for Dinner page. Very, very lucky to be picked, and it's going to take pride of place in here. As we can see, it's very, very bright and creates a lot of light down into here as well. Then the next light that we've got here is the Garpson T5 LED light, which again is bright. Probably not as bright as the Spider Farmer if you kind of compare the two. I'd say the Spider Farmer is a lot brighter, but I will kind of do a comparative test of these as kind of the weeks and months go on. What I've also got down here is a heater tube. This is controlled by a thermostat, which I'll show you shortly, and this just keeps the temperature up to a predetermined level. So I thought I'd now show you the smart gadgets that I've got in here. So as we come along to this left hand side here, I've created a little door, and this just houses like a little cupboard type thing in here. Now you might see there's a grey box there. That's what has the extension cable that everything's run off of in. That's wired through to the shed. And then this bit here is part of the thermostat system. So this runs up through there, up to this little device here. This is settable from in here. I can set a temperature that I want it to get up to, and I can set other bits and bobs on there. And it does have a high and low alarm that's audible on here as well. So as you can see at the moment, because I've got the doors open, the temperature's dropped a little bit to 18.4, but it's set at 20, so it'll currently be heating. And it does actually, with that heater, heat up really, really quickly. And the good thing about that, it's also Wi-Fi controllable. So if I have a little look on my iPad, I can open this Inkbird app, and you can see I've got my thermostat on there. So I can, wherever I am, this can connect via my Wi-Fi to the internet. So I could be 1,000 miles away and still control the heating. I can see what temperature we've got, the fact that it's heating at the moment, and then I can select a target temperature as well. I'm not sure how high it goes, but it goes a lot higher than I need it to anyway. And what I can also do, I've only just reset this up so the graph won't show very well, but I can just look at previous days. I can monitor the temperature as the day and night has gone on. As you can see, it stayed fairly constant in here. It stayed within about a degree of my target temperature. And all the information to that is fed from this little temperature probe here. What I've realised I have to do is be really careful. Earlier I set this up and this temperature probe was just underneath this light, because this light does create some heat because it is quite powerful. it started alarming with a high temperature, when in fact actually this little area had a higher temperature than the rest of in here. But there we go, it's a really useful gadget anyway, and I will do a proper review of that in the near future as well. I may well film that today and then put it out later in the week. So the next gadget that I've got are these. These are little smart plugs, really small, simple devices. I was really lucky. These are made by Nui, and I managed to get them on offer. I got 4 plugs for £8, which is just unbelievably cheap. I expected them to be a bit naff, but they do the trick. Anyway, so what I have is both my lights are plugged into those. And again, I can control them from anywhere in the world. So I'll go over across to my iPad again and we can have a little look. So I've got them set up, as you can see, as a room on their own. So I can control both together, or I can control each one separately. And the really useful thing that I can do as well, is if I go onto each light, I can set up a schedule for them. I can set up an on-off from 2, and I can set them up, which isn't really useful for this, to come on and off randomly during the day. What I have done is, let's go back, I have set up both of them together. So what will happen every day, they will turn on at 7 o'clock in the morning and turn off at 9 o'clock at night. And what I have found is even if the Wi-Fi signal drops out, they will carry on doing that, as will the thermometer that I've got in here, the thermostat even. So it's really helpful, as I'm away a lot at the moment, that I know if we have power cuts and things, or I have problems with my Wi-Fi like I did last week, these will just carry on their own. So the lights will go on and off, and the temperature will stay constant. So what I thought I'd show you as well is just quite how easy it is to turn these on and off. So as you can see on the screen, I've got both the lights, and all I'm going to do is click on off buttons on them, and they'll turn off independently, and I can turn them on independently, and I can do that anywhere in the world. Again, what I will do is I'll probably do a review video on these plugs a bit better, show you all the other features, but that's what I use at the moment. What I thought it would also be worth showing you is this chili plant. This had been outside until probably 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, when I actually turned this greenhouse grow room on. Now there's one which I grew, as you might remember, this was one from the comparison of the Black Magic and the normal compost. The Black Magic one is this one. This is coming here a couple of weeks ago, as I said. And as you can see, there's chilies all over it, even though this stayed out into some relative cold. The one outside, the other one from the comparative, is basically dead. It's a twig with 2 pretty minging looking chilies hanging from it. So it does show that this greenhouse grow room does work fairly well. Obviously I'm going to be tweaking things on it, but so it's a work in progress. It seems to work at the moment. It's now just a case of trying to improve it. One of those improvements is going to be the reflective material that I've got on here. So up onto the ceiling as well, the sides, the doors, everywhere apart from that black wall has got the kind of medical foil blankets, which really, really cheap, reflect the light perfectly, but unfortunately don't hold the heat in that well. So what I plan to do in the next few weeks is replace all of that. Probably won't replace it, I'll go over the top of it with some more of this kind of radiator insulation type stuff. So it's the foil bubble wrap, which seems to be a lot better at retaining the heat. So there we go, that's just a quick video to show kind of a little update on the greenhouse grow room before I start planting things in there, just to show the tech that I use in there, the new light that Joe at Digging for Dinner very kindly sent me after the raffle, and the previous light that I've got in there as well. If you've got any ideas, suggestions, anything like that, drop me a comment, because I've kind of made this up as I go along. I'm sure many of you are much more experienced with grow rooms and stuff like that than I am, and I'm looking at anywhere I can to improve. What I will do is I will stick some Amazon links to the bits and bobs that I've used here. I'll be honest with my reviews. If I think something's rubbish, I'll tell you it's rubbish. All of these I bought out my own money, so I'm not doing kind of paid promotion or anything like that. But what I do is put Amazon affiliate links, so it means that if you buy these products, it makes no difference to you. You pay the same price whether it's my link or someone else's, but I just get a couple of pence from the sale of them, which will help to support this channel and will mean that I can eventually buy other little bits to go in here and have a look at and review. So I guess that's it from me today. So like I say, drop me any suggestions that you've got. Please like, comment with anything that you want to, and consider subscribing as well. So kind of seeing the subscriptions go up. I've had a few in the last week, and it just really pushes me to make a few more videos and get on with things really. So yeah, thank you for watching. Take care. Happy allotmenting.